locations. Today I'm going to teach you how to grow cauliflower from seed. And similar rules can apply if you wanted to grow broccoli. All the supplies you need you can get at one of our mill locations. And don't forget to pick up one of our seed catalogs while you're there. Once you have all of your supplies, go ahead and fill up your greenhouse kit with seed starter. Then it's going to be time to plant your seeds. Alright, so it's filled up now, and of course you have your bottom tray not only to hold this into place, but to also retain moisture when you water this, so that way it doesn't get all over the place. And of course you'll need your trusty spray bottle. Do you approve, Eva? Now, if you really wanted to, you could take out your soil and you could wet it first. You could fill it up in a bucket and then pour water in it, and then pick it up and squeeze some of the water out. Because a lot of seed starter soil is pretty dry when you first take it out of the bag. But for me, since I'm just doing this one tray for today, I'm just going to use my little spray bottle. So here are the seeds. You can see they're super tiny. You can put 2 to 3 seeds in each peat pot if you want, or you can do one. Now, if you do one, obviously there's a chance it might not sprout, so that's why some people like to put multiples in there. But if they all sprout, you will have to thin them out, so it's just one per peat pot. You want to bury them about 1/4 to 1/2 inch deep. Make sure your soil stays moist. And to help keep the soil moist and to help speed up germination, you can put the lid on top of it. A great way to prevent mold from growing in your greenhouse kit is by sprinkling a little bit of perlite on top of the soil. The perlite is these tiny little white balls that you see here, and in about 8 to 10 days we'll have sprouts. It's been 8 days, and right on time the purple cauliflower is starting to sprout. We'll check back in a couple days and see their progress. It's been about 1.5 weeks since we planted the cauliflower seed, and look, you can see that they've already gotten a lot bigger from when they first started to sprout. Cauliflower likes cool weather, so you can do a spring crop of these or a fall crop. They do best when temperatures do not exceed 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Cauliflower are pretty cold hardy, and you can transplant them outside 2 to 4 weeks before the last frost date. When you plant them outside, you want to plant them 12 to 18 inches apart, with rows 2 to 3 feet apart. When your cauliflower starts to develop a head, make sure you take the leaves and tie them around the head of your cauliflower to make sure that the sun does not discolor it. Cauliflower plants prefer full sun, but they can tolerate partial shade. Broccoli and cauliflower are heavy feeders, so when it's time to move them outside into the ground, you want to make sure that your soil is nutrient rich. Cauliflower and broccoli benefit from a high nitrogen fertilizer. Blood meal is a good option for that. The 3 numbers on bags of fertilizer stand for your 3 main macronutrients. The first number is going to be nitrogen, so you can see that's the highest one on here. The next one is phosphorus, and the last one is potassium. Nitrogen is going to help things grow. Phosphorus helps with root development, and potassium helps with all-around health and strength of the plant. Now you can see in blood meal, it only is a source of slow-release nitrogen. I like to add this to the soil just because I know that they're going to get a steady supply of slow-release nitrogen with the blood meal, and it's not going to burn them as long as you use it correctly. But I also like to put down a triple 19 fertilizer, which you can find at all of our stores. And I've had great results with adding the triple 19 fertilizer as well because it has all three of the major macronutrients that you need. I also highly recommend adding compost to your soil because that's going to provide additional nutrients and micronutrients to the soil, which will help benefit your plant. You could also use a liquid fertilizer and feed them every 3 weeks. And make sure you always use these products according to the directions on the label. Like other cole crops, broccoli and cauliflower are very prone to worms. Once your plants are outside, you want to make sure that they're protected, so spraying is a great option. We have several different options at our store, such as Sevin, we have neem oil, and then we even have BT. This product works extremely well against worms. When you spray it, I recommend spraying the top and the bottom of the leaves and even the stem of the plant, so that way it's fully protected in case worms come at all different angles. Or that way, if a moth goes to lay eggs on the plant, you know you're covered no matter where she goes to lay them. I recommend spraying this in the evening so that way you don't stress or burn the plant when the bright sun is out. With the proper care and the proper conditions, you can have cauliflower in as little as 55 days or up to 71 days depending on the variety. And most broccoli varieties will be ready between 72 to 80 days. Once these plants get moved outside, you're also going to want to practice weed control. You can buy a pre-emergent known as preen and sprinkle that around your garden to help prevent weeds from germinating, or you can buy landscaping fabric or plastic mulch to put down in your garden. Or if you're doing a large area for your garden, you could do what I did, and that was use a silo cover. I'll show you a look at these different options. And now here's a look at what your end results will look like.